Greetings everyone, here's Lodrik again, and this is a game War in the Pacific Atlantic Edition. This is my play by email match against Xargun. He's the allied player, and for me it's the Empire of Japan. This is scenario 1 with no modifications, and on game version 26B, the classic edition. We arrive at the 18th December 41. So far everything works smoothly. I don't encounter any really setback. Losing 2 AMCs in the Pacific was the biggest blow so far. But I also not achieved too much, sinking Boise and 1 or 2 destroyers and a dozen submarines maybe early on in Manila. Looks like today is again no real Navy engagement near Hawaii. There's some convoy patrol or sub-hunters. They're damaging my I-5 submarine a little, so I have to maybe return to base. This submarine campaign around Pearl Harbor was not very successful. In this match, I still try to lure the Dutch Air Force out, but looks like not so successful. And I am back to bombard Singapore. But 20,000 feet is more or less nearly safe against the enemy flag, but also don't create much damage. But especially for the Nell and Betty bombers, they are high-end level pilots. I don't want to waste too much. Army bomber pilots are much easier to replace, so I will maybe try to fly lower with them in the future. Counterattacks against China, the other story, always more or less successful. But not always. So I bring here my 2 smaller carrier divisions together to form up a 1 strong second carrier unit. And a lot of groundings. So if Xargun don't want to come to me, I try to sweep Surabaya, but there's not even cap. And I say, okay, maybe there's something important I can hit. But it looks like no. I make port hits, not very successfully, but out of this, you can see 150 strike aircraft on your forward port hits is related to, not sure, heavy rain and not enough scouting information maybe. If you have higher detection level on a base, it's maybe more clear where to strike, what to strike. But this is also maybe the point that if there's nothing in Surabaya or only 1 or 2 small ships, and this is a little useless. But it's a show of 4, so all shipping in the Dutch East Indies is normally halted for at least 1 week. And I arrive in Temulu. So this is this central Malaya rail crossroad. And I take the base and force out the British units to the northwest. So this is on the highway. It's maybe better for me because I can operate on the highway. I don't like to operate here on the rail tracks. This is a very minor road and very slow in jungle. So I achieve a victory, some casualties on my side, but these are easily to repair, and I use here no Navy Guard units. They are more or less support infantry. They are cheap enough. This is Battle of Nanyang, so I get the 11th Japanese army here, and I take immediately the city in the first attempt. And the Chinese are now broken, retreating to Xi'an. Makes sense. I have a regiment disabled more or less, but only disabled. And for the Chinese, it's at least one corps completely broken. Of course, the casualties are more or less more even around, but you can see 1, 2, 3 battle corps, and the rest is all support. So this means at least a third of all of the Chinese attack force is destroyed. And means the rest is less likely to achieve something in the future. This is east of Xinjiang. There's a broken Chinese corps and a just so corps. They're also defeated and fleeing north. Okay. Casualties are here more in the favor for the Chinese, but again, I have only disabled. If the unit a little rest in the base and supplies, it's much faster to replace the losses. Good. Bombardment of Clark. I'm still waiting for more attack value to arrive. I play it safe, not super aggressive here. 2,500 to 1,000 in the triple terrain is for me still possible maybe to attack, but not what I like too much. Good. So overall a light turn, but again a successful turn, I would say. I fly high and still have 2 Bettys ops losses. Unlucky. And 1 pilot is dead. So 1 of my good torpedo bomber pilots dead. No, yeah, there's now a sinking sound of submarine 12 of the short range Dutch air submarine. You can see it's only really short range for submarine. Little strange. I don't know why they do this. I think the logistic is terrible that you have 2 different kind of torpedoes on a submarine. This is a smaller, I think 21-inch torpedo, and this is a 24-inch. The standard torpedo everyone uses normally in World War II, and this is more World War I size. Not much to talk about China. So I win here, but 1 unit is left. This is always maybe good in this case, because then I can completely destroy the leftover unit, and the others are all broken. But in China is still moving, but looks good. It's okay. I'm at the border to Burma now. Try to cross here with some Thai units and tanks in advance. But I want more or less walking at the same speed, so I don't rush. My other Thai unit also crossed into Burma, so this is the first unit official now in Burma. And we have the game rule that the Thai units, they can go Burma and Malaya. So that is for free. I don't must pay anything for this. Most important, no, not most important, but a strategic victory, same like Nanyang is, I took here the crossroad with my smaller support army, and shut down this normally a little tough area to take because it's jungle rough, so triple terrain. This is all triple terrain, so this is all terrible, and there's also no real road, only a rail trail. So to take it and force the British in this non-base hexes, let them suffer over time. They cannot recover normally disabled units in this area. And if they don't have enough supplies left in the unit, then they are even breaking down. I also arrive in Kuala Lumpur with my tanks, so I will take this city here, and then there's only really Georgetown left and Taiping. Blockade of Palmbang, and here at Osthaven, I try to position my submarines at typical escape locations where ships will normally run around. My carriers are all now together, so I can form up here a powerful battle group. But you saw that there's no ships in port. I have here now 5 out of 6 detection and I see no ships. So maybe it's really empty. And not even aircraft. So Surabaya looks very empty, only infantry. Nothing to really hit. So the tactic of Xargun is more or less deny every battle and let me not sink anything. Maybe in Batavia, but I don't have enough detection level here. So if Xargun don't want fight, and it's okay. I'm still waiting for more equipment arriving, but I have here now base force, double base force already. Zeros are already making cover. I have long range scout airplanes here arriving, must only rest because they just arrived. And heavy air wing is also here for support, strike. Especially, I don't know how we will have a battle of Moresby, so I won't have it here nearby. My tactic is also, Zeros are long range fighters. Oscar's similar, but here in the Pacific I will try to use mainly Zeros for striking and Oscars for defending a base in the long run. And in the Burma-India air war, maybe I will focus mainly on Oscars. Simply the production rate of Oscars are higher and the pilot training capacity of army pilots are also higher compared to Navy. You always can see this that replacement of Navy is 150, replacement of Army is nearly 200. So I can use much more Army pilots with no issue than Navy pilots. Good, see you next time, take care, bye bye.